Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a makeup kind of tutorial, kind of trying some new makeup. I went to Ulta today and I got some new makeup. I didn't get a ton of new makeup, but I did get some. I got an eyeshadow palette from BH Cosmetics. I'm going to be using the Opalescent palette from BH, which this just looks like the prettiest summer palette. It just looks perfect for summer. And it has a lot of great colors in here. It reminds me a lot of the Anastasia Novena palette, which I'm vlogging today, and I said that in my vlog too, I think. And I just got a different color of the Revolution Conceal and Define, which I really like. And I feel like I'm the only person on earth, but I haven't tried the NYX Micro Brow. And I ran out of my MAC brow pencil. And this one has a spoolie on the end, which I really like. But I'm just going to get started. I don't know if I should do face first or eyes first. I used to always do eyes first, but I think I'm going to start with face. I'm going to prime my face using the Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizer. I just have a little sample size of it. I used to have like a mini one. I do want to buy the full size though. That's what I'm going to buy next. Because I'm about to run out of like all my primers. And I'm running out of my, I need a mattifying primer. Because I have a pore minimizing one, but it doesn't really mattify well. And I want like a mattifying primer. Like this is very mattifying, at least for me it is. And it also, like, I want one that gives the smooth appearance but also is very mattifying, because I have pretty oily skin. Like, my skin gets really oily. With this foundation, it doesn't get as oily, and I noticed that when I sweat or anything, this stays on. Dot the foundation everywhere. I always make the mistake of putting too much foundation with this, so this time I didn't dip in a second time like I always end up doing, and it ends up being way too much. The other one was the wrong undertone and everything. And I noticed that this one has a way better undertone. The undertone and everything is better. This looks much better than the other one. The other color I had was F10, and I think it was more on the neutral side versus like warm. And I need warm because like I have warm undertones. And there's nothing worse than having like a foundation that, yeah, it might be the right color tone, but it might be the right shade depth, but it's not the right undertone, so you still end up looking ridiculous regardless. It's just frustrating. And I'm going to be using the Covergirl Trublend Undercover. And I'm going to mix in a little bit of Milani Conceal and Define in the color medium beige, because this is a little too light and that is a little too close to the skin tone. I want more of a highlighted look than that's gonna give. Here I'm gonna be using my E.l.f Flawless Concealer Brush. See how that just lifts the eyes, like, and gives like a wakened look versus like a I haven't slept look. Not that there's anything wrong with dark circles, because there really isn't. It's just when you're doing like eye makeup, like full eye makeup and all that, I feel like I just like to make a blank canvas. It's kind of like art to me. Like I just want to make a blank canvas. I've actually been using Hoola Light as a setting powder because, like, I don't have any powders that are close to my skin tone that's this tan right now. When you're probably watching the video like bitch, you're literally pale as hell. Yes, but for me this is tan. Actually, my arm's pretty tan. And I'm just setting, just sweeping a light dusting of that on. For bronzer itself, is the Tartist Pro Glow palette. The blush palette volume, I think there's a volumes. It doesn't say, it just says Pro Glow. I don't love the blushes. I mean, they're pretty, but I like the highlighter and bronzer the most. And I like how that one bronzer side, one of them's a contour, I think, and one's a bronzer. I like the bronzer side, how it has like a red tone. And it actually works really well for bronzing. I really like a red tone bronzer. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the contour side, tap off the brush. I don't normally contour because I have defined cheekbones. Not super defined, but like you can see that line there. Even when I don't contour, there's a line. And I'm going to highlight. I'm going to highlight using this Real Techniques blush brush, but it's from the Luxe Metals or something. And I'm going to be using this highlight, the more golden of the two. I like this highlight brush because it just melts whatever highlight you put on into the skin and makes it look more natural. I'm going to put a little bit of that pink on top. Blush. I'm honestly going to use a cream blush. And this is the the new E.l.f Jelly Pop blush in the color Peach Pop. And it really is like a jelly consistency. And I'm just going to use what's in the cap because there's a little bit in the cap. And this is so beautiful when you actually put it on. And then I'm going to put the tiniest bit of setting powder on it. It doesn't really take the glow or nothing away. All it does is make it like set in place more, but see how pretty that is? I love that blush. And honestly, even over top powder, like, it doesn't disturb your makeup. It just looks really pretty and glowy. And I like that the spoolie skinny, so it like you can get to each little hair. I like that this pencil's a little bit harder and not like so creamy and like it does too much. It puts like too much product. I hope this one wears as well as the MAC one, because the MAC one, like, it wore through like sweat and heat and humidity and all that. Okay, there we go. And I'm gonna set my brows in place with the L'Oreal Boostin' Set, which I'm sure you guys are sick of me using this because I use this every time pretty much. This or the NYX Control Freak, which honestly, when it comes to clear brow gels, I don't really care that much. But these kind of brow gels I'm a little bit more fussy with than I am with clear. I like to, even after putting this on, go through with the spoolie and place the hairs a little bit more, distribute the brow gel. think I got a good brow look. I don't think it looks bad. I'm gonna put whatever leftover concealer on here and a little bit of eye primer too. The Milani primer. I'm honestly about out of this. I have like from here and up. But that'll still last a long time. Now I'm going to use the color Bright on my brow bone. I always do my brow bone first. Ooh. Oh, the first color I used was the color Flutter. I guess the names are on top of the shade. And I'm going to use the color Alluring, which is, it's a bit of an orangey shade, and I'm going to use this Luxie Large Eye Blending. Take a little bit of Stunner, which is that right there, that brown. It's at the bottom row. A lot of fallout in the pan for these shadows, and for as much fallout as they have, the pigmentation isn't that wonderful. And I have an eyeshadow primer, so it should be more pigmented. The most pigmented color I've used so far is Charm. On the outer part of the lid, I'm going to use the color Opaline. This is it dry. I don't think it's too bad. For the purpose of the video though, I'm going to try it wet too. More of like a purpley tone. And on the inner part of the lid, I'm going to use the color Dazzle. Now the palette's coming together in a look that I like a lot. That duochrome, I hope y'all can see that duochrome. And now for the lower lash line, I'm gonna go back into Charm. On the lower lash line, I went in with the color Charm and Wish, which is this color right here. For the inner corner, I think I'm going to use the color Star on the inner corner. That's a pretty color. And a little bit on the brow. I'm going to line my lashes and do a little wing with the Stila. Stay All Day in Brown. And I'm going to spray my face with the Pineapple Flower Oil-Free Matte Mist from Pacifica. I'm going to line this with this Vintage by Jessica Leibskind Cashmere Lip Pencil in Mocha. And I'm going to put on this E.l.f Jelly Pop Juicy Gloss and in the color Watermelon Pop. It don't really show up a color. This smells really good. It reminds me of something from my childhood, but I don't remember what. Oh yeah, it reminds me of those Smackers lip glosses. The ones that were in the roller ball, but they smelled just like this. Like a fake watermelon scent, but a good fake watermelon scent. It smells really good. And here is the finished look. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to see more videos from me, and I'll see you later. Bye.